Disney News Review time, taking a look at some of the biggest stories coming out of the last week of the Walt Disney Company. And we're going to kick things off today by talking a little bit about the holidays. Yep, Christmas time, my friends. It has been confirmed now that the special ticketed Merriest Nites Christmas party events will not be returning this year to the Disneyland Resort. Last year, the after-hours party was held at Disneyland on 5 select nights in November and December. Certainly costly party tickets, special event private parties they were. Katrina, you are our resident elf. Your reaction to the cancellation of the Disneyland Christmas party?
Okay. Don't be mad.
Oh.
I was actually kind of happy that they were not going to do a Christmas party.
Happy. What's this word you're using?
Don't call me a Grinch. I just thought the last one was kind of sad and subpar. Like with all the reviews that I was reading, it was only on for 5 nights last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I heard about it, I was kind of cringe because everybody just said that it was just picture opportunities. That was pretty much it for so this private event you had to pay for a ticket was just picture opportunities with with cutouts. It wasn't even with characters. The only good part was the Muppets, right? Singing on the 2-story.
That was a big deal.
That was it.
Right.
That was the only huge deal with this whole Christmas party, and then reduced occupancy for rides. And then I could see why when they were talking about maybe possibly doing another Christmas party, I was kind of worried because Christmas is a very busy time for Disneyland. Huge. And if they were going to extend it to 15 nights, they're really losing a lot of money because now they're doing this private ticketed event on top of having to shut down the park on could be a possibly busy day to do this private ticketed event when you can have other people come in and pay the daily ticket price and then on top of that buy merchandise and goods and stuff. So that's probably why they axed the Merriest Nites, because Chapek probably didn't earn enough money, right? So I feel like you would earn a lot of so that's why you didn't earn enough money. And then so I think that I'm kind of happy about it. On top of it, with the annual pass restrictions and stuff too, and then people really with all the blockout dates and stuff too, you're kind of hurting the magic key holder. Sorry. Then you're kind of hurting them too. So I was kind of happy about it because if they were able to bring it to DCA, then I'd be totally fine with it. Like Oogie Boogie Bash, totally worth it, 100%. But if you're gonna close down Disneyland during Christmas,
the crown jewel.
They have the Christmas parade there. They have the fireworks show there. They have the lights. The lights on Small World. I swear to God, it is so good. I love it when everything lights up. But if you have to make that a special ticketed event, you're really they the people that are going to be coming there all day and stuff, and they have to get migrated over to DCA, and then DCA has they close at 10. So and then Disneyland would probably close at 6, so you're kind of losing a lot of money at that point. And especially December is it's busy regardless of the Wednesday or Thursday. It's always busy during December. So
now, granted, they were very much in sort of a restricted capacity last year, given the fact that there were still some COVID protocols that were in place, and I think in a way, it almost felt like they did this in a way to preserve some of the holiday magic because they weren't doing as much last year. And so I think that perhaps the plan was to have sort of that small segmented group, make sure that they got the kinks out last year, even though they were only able to do certain amounts of things. And then I thought for sure we would see it come back this year because, let's face it, the parties in general typically bring in a truckload of money.
Yeah.
As we've learned from Walt Disney World's model, which they seem to expand every year and
all
hike
you
the
get
price
is a
up.
sugar cookie.
Yeah, well, get your cocoa and your sugar cookie.
This is it.
But I thought after last year, especially seeing the demand and sort of the excitement around it, that we would never have Christmas back the way that we knew it. I figured expanded dates this year. I figured, more nights we would see this thing. Wild to me that it just faded away like that.
Yeah.
Maybe they're taking a year off just to figure things out, and they'll come back next year and retool it, like you said. Yeah, and then just maybe it'll be bigger and better, and we'll see. I kind of like Katrina. I like having Christmas just open to everybody during the holidays.
Everybody.
Or whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. I like it just being open. So,
holidays for all.
Yeah, holidays for everybody. So I just think that it would be a good thing if they didn't have a party.
Because it would be just
like,
so
what,
busy.
Like what the thing is like you can't. The thing about Halloween is they figured out extra things that you can do that don't involve like shows and things necessarily. Like, so like, let's say the fireworks, for example. All you're doing is seeing like a Christmas version of the fireworks, or whereas like if for Halloween you have activities that you can only do during that event.
There's a Halloween parade.
Yeah, like well, not just the Halloween parade, but I'm saying like trick or treating. Going around and seeing all the different characters. Like, I just feel like they don't have as many Christmassy things that they can bring to the table that would like fit in with an event, and that you can, like, an activity you can only do during Christmas. Like, I don't know what that would be. So besides eating
like, what's a unique thing that they
cookie
can bring to the table that'll make it worth buying a special ticketed price? Because like when they've done things at Disneyland for the special ticketed things, it's done like Star Wars night, Sweethearts night, the 50s night, so they had a theme going, and it was like a once in a lifetime thing you had to go to get it. But then it turned out they got cheaper and cheaper as it went on, and it was just picture opportunities, and the lines were so long. But then for Christmas, what unique thing are they going to bring to the table besides the Muppets singing or caroling that is going to make you want to buy that ticket? Besides having like maybe a reduced occupancy for rides, but then have picture cutouts. But then, the parade is for everybody. They've done the parade. They don't really do it at night. They just do it like at dusk, not like dusk type time things in the afternoon. And then they have the fireworks show, but that plays all week.
Yeah.
So then what's unique for the
You're right.
Christmas thing?
It's the repackaging of what we've always had, and then putting an extra price tag on it. Whereas, like you think Magic Kingdom, for example, a special parade that only runs during that event,
right?
With the exception of a couple days right at Christmas time, I believe they open it up for everybody, and then a special fireworks show, right, that they custom created for that event. So there are, a handful of options and offerings that are truly unique to the Magic Kingdom version of the Christmas party. So I've always understood that, and I thought for sure last year, especially after sort of the COVID time away of everything, I thought for sure that we would see sort of a retooling of Christmas offerings, to come back different and unique. And I know it's contested, but coming up with some new magic, at least for the Christmas Fantasy Parade. Some sort of magic like that, right? That sounds beautiful. But at any rate, it would be great to have a Christmas party that had some worth to it if they wanted to do it again. However, if it's just repackaging, like you guys said, I don't really see
like a special dining package at Plaza Inn so you can see the parade in a special way.
Well,
I don't know.
I don't even like that stuff, because like they did that for Halloween one year in Florida, where they had a villains kind of like dessert party up in the castle. But then you're paying money to go to the party, and then you're spending like 2 hours in the dessert party,
right?
Yeah.
So you're not at the party. Like, so that's not even the type of thing that would interest
exclusive
me,
on top of exclusive.
Yeah. So it's just one of those things where it's like the stuff that they put into that dessert party, that stuff should have just been in the park.
Yeah.
It's easy for Halloween too, because it's like villains themes, like everything you can do, which makes it special, right? So you can go trick-or-treating and see all these villains. What can you do for Christmas? Like, they don't really have a lot of Christmas movies to make it something where you can like even go semi trick-or-treating to go see these live action people talking to you and stuff, kind of like what they do for Oogie Boogie.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to have the Halloween stuff just circle around villains. That makes a lot of sense. But for Christmas, it's like, oh, we could put a sweater on Mickey Mouse. Like, so it's just not as easy for them to pull out these kind of unique experiences.
Put him in his Gap attire and send him out there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Mickey Gap, you bet. Will you let us know, are you sad to see Merriest Nites set sail? Are you sad to see Merriest Nites head back to the North Pole? We'd love to hear from you. Let us know in our comment section.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.